wisdom oak we glow.
3 Little Pigs. In a soft green valley where the grass looked stitched by hand and the clouds drifted like wool in the sky, 3 little pigs were getting ready to leave home. Their mother stood outside her big cozy house, holding 3 handmade backpacks. One by one, she gave them a hug, a backpack, and one final piece of advice. "Build your home to last," she said gently, "not just to finish." The first pig grinned. He was already thinking about his mobile phone. "Don't worry, Mama," he said. "I'll be done before lunch." He skipped down the path until he found a tall pile of golden straw. "Perfect," he said. "Fast, light, easy." He didn't check the blueprints. He didn't measure anything. He just tied the straw together, pushed it into shape, and called it a house. It leaned a little. It rustled a lot. But the first pig didn't mind. "Good enough." He laughed. By lunchtime, he was already under a tree, tapping away on his phone while his straw house stood behind him like a big wobbly haystack. Not far away, the second pig wanted to do better. "I'm not building with straw," he said. "I'm building a real house." He found a pile of wooden planks and got straight to work. He hammered, he sawed, he stacked the walls high. But every time he looked at the blueprints, he frowned. "Dig a foundation?" he muttered. "That will take forever." So he skipped it. He pushed the planks together, nailed them quickly, and used shortcuts wherever he could. By sunset, the wooden house was standing. Mostly. It looked like a house from the front, but underneath it was wobbly and weak. The second pig folded his arms proudly. "See," he said, "finished in one day." The third pig took the longest. On the first day, he didn't build anything at all. He sat on a tree stump, opened his mother's blueprints, and studied every line. His brothers ran past him, laughing. "You haven't even started," they called. The third pig smiled quietly. "I have started," he said. "I'm starting with the plan." The next morning, while his brothers played in the meadow, the third pig went to the old quarry. Brick by brick, he carried heavy stones back to his building spot. It was slow work. Very slow. But he kept going. Then he dug deep into the soft earth, not for walls, not for a roof, for the foundation. His brothers passed by on their way to play ball in the meadow. "You're still digging?" the first pig laughed. "Our houses are already finished," said the second pig. "Come play with us." The third pig wiped his brow and looked at the deep square hole in the ground. "A house is only as strong as what holds it up," he said. Day after day he worked. He laid bricks in straight rows. He spread thick mortar between them. He checked each wall carefully before adding the next layer. The house grew slowly, but it grew strong. Finally, on the 7th day, the third pig placed the very last brick. He stepped back, dusty and tired, and smiled. His house stood firm, warm, and solid. For a while, life in the valley was peaceful. The first pig sat near his straw house, playing with his phone. The second pig sat proudly outside his wooden house. And the third pig watered a small garden beside his brick house. Then one afternoon, the air changed. The warm breeze disappeared. The woolly clouds turned dark and heavy. A storm rolled over the valley. At first, the rain fell softly, then it hammered down. The first pig sat inside his straw house, still holding his phone. Drip, drip, drip. Cold water began dripping from the roof. He looked up. The straw roof sagged above him. The straw walls bent around him. The whole house rustled and shook. "Oh no," whispered the first pig. With a heavy splash, the straw house collapsed into a soggy golden heap. The first pig scrambled out and ran through the rain to his brother's wooden house. Inside, the two pigs huddled together as thunder shook the sky. But outside, the ground was turning soft and muddy. The wooden house had no foundation to hold it steady. It tilted, then it leaned, then it cracked. The second pig's eyes went wide. "I think we skipped something important," he said. Crack! The wooden house folded into the mud. Both pigs ran as fast as their little felt legs could carry them. Through the rain, through the wind, all the way to the brick house. The third pig opened the door. "Come in," he called. Inside, the brick house was warm and dry. A small fire glowed in the fireplace. The walls stood thick and strong. Outside, the storm slammed against the bricks, but the house did not shake. It did not bend. It did not fall. The three pigs sat together by the fire as the thunder slowly faded away. When morning came, the clouds drifted apart. Sunlight returned to the valley. The pigs stepped outside. The straw house was gone. The wooden house was broken. But the brick house stood tall. The first pig looked at the soggy pile of straw. The second pig looked at the broken wooden planks. Then both of them looked at their brother's strong brick home. The third pig smiled. "Fast can be fun," he said, "but strong takes time." And from that day on, whenever the three little pigs built anything, they remembered their mother's words. Build it with care. Build it with patience. Build it on a strong foundation. Because when the storm comes, shortcuts are the first thing to fall. The end.
Wisdom oak, we glow.